These are talking about environment in general. Now let's look at it personally. For me, what stops me from doubling my performance? And really speaking, our whole objective of this program is to learn, is to influence our way of thinking. What we discussed in our first session there, it should become instinctive, where by default we look at opportunities only, where by default we are bubbling with enthusiasm, where by default we want to do big things. And that particular moving from one particular kind of mindset to towards a kind of mindset is not an issue of discussion, is not that something that I can read a book and move myself. My good example of this is you cannot raise yourself by pulling your own hair. You need some help, somebody up pulling you, somebody down pushing you, and you move up like this. It is in business, in our personal effectiveness, and I would say, our effectiveness as a human being, our effectiveness in our family, our effectiveness in our business, and for sure our effectiveness in society. All the three, all the things grow up together with the change of our mindset. If you are becoming bullish, you are becoming optimist, you are becoming enthusiast, this will be contagious, that spreads around. So the whole idea is to transform our own self based on learning of the best thing that is happening all over the world. So when we talk about any particular example, that how come that business was small and he became like this? I'll give you yesterday. Yesterday I was with a small place in India called Amravati. There is a family which has come from Sindh, Karachi. During partition they separated. They were refugees there, and today they have a very good business. So I was telling them, what was your learning? So he says, हमारे बाबूजी ने हमको सिखाया था, जब कपड़ा मापते ना, तो 1 मीटर अगर मापते तो 5 सेंटीमीटर ज्यादा देना, कम नहीं देना. ये एक चीज था. वो अगर कम देते हैं तो वो कमाई हमें हजम नहीं होगी. सो मे बी इट इज अ मॉरल प्रिंसिपल और वॉट एवर. सेकेंड थिंग इज, कभी किसी से पैसा चाहिए आपको, अगर 30 दिन के लिए चाहिए तो बोलो कि मुझे 60 दिन के लिए चाहिए, एंड बिफोर 60 days go and give the money. On the other end, if you want for 30 days, you have taken for 30 days, you are 10 days default, then the person comes and you appear defaulter. तो उनके दादाजी ने उनको सिखाया था, lender should never come to our place. जितने दिन का हमने पैसा लिया है उससे 2 दिन पहले उसको जाके दे देना चाहिए. Now I was thinking that really what this has to do with his business. Today he is doing a business of 40 crore Indian rupees, is in the business of only textile, is a place where the population is 600,000, where people from around villages are coming. He is selling menswear, kidswear, ladieswear as a wholesaler, and he has 2,000 sub-customers. Now the point was that they built some kind of philosophy whereby eventually even his customer started responding to him differently. उन्होंने बोला कि भाई हमारे यहाँ 30 दिन की एक डिस्काउंट टर्म है, 60 डेज की दूसरी डिस्काउंट टर्म है, और 60 डेज के बाद में हम धंधा नहीं करते. I was surprised that in the same market there are 5 other shops, but people have this goodwill in their mind that माल इनसे लेना है. Now this is something that some which was at the base has brought them up to this level. Now they have a shop of 10,000 square feet. We are discussing, can we open similar shop in 3 different cities? Now here is moving into strategic thinking. Our strength is that we have a brand name, we have a goodwill, we know textile, whatever we know, I put it on one side. And then we say, can we leverage on this? And the problem starts. मैनेज कौन करेगा? आज तक जो बिजनेस हम लोग कर रहे थे, ओनर ओनली कैन मैनेज. सो इफ वी लर्न दैट वी कैन हैव अ टीम ऑफ पीपल whose commitment will be as high as our commitment, then we can open 5 shops. पैसा कौन लगाएगा? Can we do a jointly with somebody who is having 20,000 square feet but is not having any business? Can I say we can give you partnership? You provide the space, I provide the business, I provide the customer. Can we do like this? Now here is the real challenge. All along my life, last 30 years, I have been successful doing what? Everything I will do, my business, my money, my land, and my control. And here we are exploring from one shop to 5 shops. Now I don't need to buy the place because I'll give share to the person who will do this. I don't have to be physically myself because I will learn how to get done through systems and through people and through method so that more people can manage. So now we are talking about growing from one store to 5 store. That one store is in the same environment where there are all the problems, there is political hassle, there are taxation issues, there are local political problems and all. But we are doing well. Can we do it and 5? What have we done? Implemented 2 things. Identify our strength, what we are good at. And fortunately, all of us are good at something or other. Second, leverage on that. 1 to 5. We don't want to talk 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. If you say 1 to 5 is a leveraging. And supposing if we were to do one more store, then they will say घर के हमारे 2 आदमी वहाँ चले जाएंगे. But the moment we say 5, it means very clear. We'll have to learn to do it without family member. And I can assure you, the day they will do this, this will be the changing path in their entire business platform. Ambani, Dhirubhai Ambani was a trader. He was doing business of yarn. And he was buying himself, he was selling himself. Now the day he could learn to build an organization, things start changing. I can assure you one thing. We people are very good at business. We are very good at cost. We are very good at dealing with people. The day we start dreaming big and finding out the gap and aligning ourselves to the gap, we can really win the world. So far, we are doing business in our places. Today, the world is open. We can think of 10 different ways of doing businesses. And that is the biggest challenge of our time. You can say either we are in the best of the time because all these opportunities are only today. Maybe 10 years ago it was never there. Or we are in a bad time that if we don't change, some others will change and we will keep complaining. That one guy who can go from one shop to 5 shop, he'll grow fast. And the other one who is owning one shop will go on after some time finding difficulty in one shop. So it is our preparedness. It's like called energy. It's called enthusiasm. And start discussing about what opportunities, how do people go about doing it, what can I do it, how do I go about doing it. And then you will be surprised that somehow the answers go on surfacing. There is no secret about it. The answer comes from ourselves only. Because we start now searching that, they become visible to us. So the question is, working together over 1 year, constant hammering of this kind of discussion, different examples, bringing up practical issues, this can help us to change our own paradigm. And think about growing 5 times, growing 10 times is no rocket science. That is the basic idea of our program like this here. We believe that, in our subcontinent, Western powers did colonize us. And let me tell you, as far as the challenges are concerned, when East India Company came to this part of the world, the environment was not very nice. They were not used to this kind of temperature. They were not used to this kind of people. There were hundreds of difficulties. But for this, they did. The same thing is now our time where we have the opportunities. And today, we, as a part of the entire subcontinent, we have been deprived for a long time. Now, if we don't take the opportunity, then we cannot blame anybody other than ourselves. So, this is the biggest challenge for us today. I don't believe it is only you and me, it's everyone in our countries. We need to open up our mind to see the kind of thing changing place and prepare. Get ready, don't keep grumbling. This is what will help us. And I'll tell you that today, almost 2,000 business people have gone through our FMB program, 400 business people have gone through our OMP program. Each one is become like an ambassador of optimism. Each one will talk to 10 other people that we should do big things. Each one will say that of course there are obstructions, of course there are problems, but other person's problem is our opportunity. So even in problem they can think of opportunity, and our mind starts triggering like this. Now this cannot happen overnight. As some of you who have attended the program know very well, when we are sitting together, we feel very nice. When we go back, daily problem starts. So our experience shows like this. We come here, we are pumping the air. This air in the first month will last for 2-3 days. Then it will come down. Second month, it will last for maybe 5-6 days. Then it will come down. Then it will last for 7-8, like this, like this, like this. By the time it lasts for a month, our interaction is no more required, because now you have learned to fill up air yourself. And then you start talking about enthusiasm, you start talking about optimism, you start looking at opportunities. That is where we don't need to interact anymore. In fact, you will interact with many people outside. Any questions, any thoughts?
Yeah, I have one observation.
Yes.
In this whole conversation, where do we fit in the ethical values? Like for instance, Mr. Allahwala, he said, he faces a lot of, obstacles, right? Now you mentioned.
need to go for 1% fitness. तो कोई वाली बात है कि अगर 99% या 80% पे आ गया 90% पे आ गया होता है कभी कभी का काम होता है काशिफ की ट्रेनिंग है जो आज जो कि अपना अटेंडेंस एडजस्टमेंट से भी काशिफ के अंदर जाकर आज एक 2 तरीके कल सुबह फिर काशिफ को बाईपास किया काफ़ी दफा स्टार्ट नहीं बाईपास किया जा सकता है 2 तरीके बाईपास किया जा सकता है कि तुम्हें शाम को करता हूँ अगर 2 एक हैं तो क्या है अदरवाइज आंटी क्लियर करें एक दूसरा ये है कि वाटर चैनल बहुत छोटे मिस यूज़ भी हो रहा है इसमें तो बहुत दफ़ा ओवर टाइम है ना कि बहुत भी स्ट्रिंजेंटली फॉलो कर रहे हैं वो इससे गलत भी नजर आएगा जैसे बंदा 5:15 बजे चला गया ऐसे 5 बजे चला गया 2 घंटे का काफ़ी इंसिडेंसेस हुए हैं हमने डिपार्टमेंट से रिकंसाइल किया हुआ कि ये जो है प्रॉब्लम बड़ा क्रिटिकल है साइन होने के लिए तो हम लोग में जाकर रजिस्टर से चले इसीलिए मैं एसएस पे लेके जा रहा हूँ ना आई अंडरस्टैंड इट्स अ जनरल प्रॉब्लम आप क्या करें अनलेस आप पोर्टल सामने खोल के दैट्स टीडियस प्रोसेस मैं तो ज़्यादा यही होता है किसी जगह जो मुझे लगता है वैसे आप तो लाइन अथॉरिटी को ट्रस्ट करें सोहेल साहब के जो लड़के जो होते हैं बोर्डिंग पे जाते हैं कि हाँ जी तो होंडा से आपसे कोई टाइम नहीं है गाड़ी कोशिश करते हैं 5 बजे का निकलते हैं 7:30 जो निकल रहे हैं उसको टेक किया मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम में एबल टू डू दिस लास्ट पे जब आपके यहाँ में 5 मिनट मतलब मैसेज आई नहीं चीज़ तो ठीक है फिर लेट चले जाओ शेड्यूल ज़्यादा चला माल ज़्यादा चला वो एक तो ये है तो मैं कर देता हूँ 2:30 वो कर दूँ
Sorry, so we are back.
Okay, so I was asking, where are the ethical values? Like, for instance, maybe there are other people who are doing well in the same environment, but what if they are giving bribery? What if they are, going for cheap labor? And, your moral values, your ethical values do not allow you to do that. Like, for instance, I know in textile business that there is one company who's working with a Target retail store in US, and they have a buying house. So what if he has gifted him a car of 60 lakhs and he says he doesn't want to work with anybody else, but with that specific company? So I mean, I agree with you where you say that there are other people in the same environment who are comparatively doing a better job than maybe you are doing. But then maybe it is compromising on the ethical values or on the moral values. One of my uncle who has come back from US 20 years ago, he has lived in an environment where he does not believe this is fair, and it's very difficult for him to accept anything like that. So to be successful, then you are saying that it is okay if we have to compromise on the ethical values and the moral values?
Fantastic. This particular dilemma is a very, very common dilemma coming up. But I was telling you about my interaction yesterday. और उनके दादाजी ने उनको क्या सिखाया? 1 मीटर देते हो तो 5 सेंटीमीटर ज़्यादा देना, कम नहीं देना. In fact, my belief is that family businesses are quite concerned about values in life. Now, the issue is about ethical value. Now, what has happened strangely, ethics has been defined by some people in the way that suits them. In India there was a debate just now about FDI. There was FDI approved, and Walmart in US said that they have spent say $25 million in lobbying. Now what they call as lobbying, and they call it ethical, so it is ethical. Now if we would call it bribing, then it would be unethical. I went to Dubai, and in Dubai there is a museum. And in the museum there is a big boat there up, and then you go down and you say in 1960s the people in Dubai were going into the water and extracting pearls. That is what was the work in Dubai. But towards late 60s they got a new business. That was to import gold from US and export it at expensive price to India, because in India at that time gold import was banned. And so it was coming as smuggling. For Dubai, it was an export. It was international business. Indian would call it smuggling. Now this ethical issue itself has so many dimensions that we have to be very clear internally that what we find as ethical or not. Not only whatever is the definition that has been imposed on us. For example, labor charges. Either you pay a certain amount of money, become unviable, you get no order at all and no employment, or you pay little less but at least give employment and be remain competitive. Now you have to make a choice. By paying them little less, you are giving job to 500 people. By paying them at little higher, whatever it is, you are unviable, you are out of business. You may be able to survive, but these 500 people will not have a life. So family business people, really we have to think little broadly. There is an ethical issue about bribing one purchase agent is one thing. And there is equally an ethical issue of bombing Iraq in the names of weapons of mass destruction, whereas actually there was nothing. That global part is not told as ethical issue at all. But what we do has been hammered again and again as an ethical issue. So this is one part. Second thing is, whatever business you are in, the rules of the game is determined by the competition. And if you can't play by the rules, get out of the business. If you are into a textile business where everybody is paying certain kind of wages, you want to pay double the wages, very fine, but you won't be able to survive. So on the other hand, decide about the kind of business which can make you feel comfortable. And there are enough businesses about doing it. I would believe, particularly, I know India, and I'm sure it is equally true in Pakistan, the entire country is full of schools and hospitals which are made by donations of business families. It is that business families have been contributing tremendously to building the society. But we have our own constraint. We talk about environment is one thing, and Europe and US spoiling environment is another thing. Now when they say they will pay you money for buying carbon credit, what it is? That we will keep on polluting the environment and we'll pay you money, you save the environment. Is it ethical? Now the question is this. The entire debate is monopolized by them. So they will tell us about what is ethical and what is not. I suggest we should develop our own thinking and don't indulge in the thing that you find is unethical, because otherwise you will not get to sleep at night. Decide our own thinking. It's high time we stand on our own feet. We start having confidence in on our own thinking, questioning the world about the right and wrong. Lot of things that is going on in the West is unethical, but they don't talk about it. As far as second thing is, there is something called proportion. You are doing something wrong here, and in a larger interest is one aspect. And to try to save every wrong thing, and in the larger thing you are not effective, is another aspect. We are living in a country which is starved of resources. We don't have so many things available. Today children in so many families in India don't get food to eat. Now supposing if I give them some work and they get food to eat and they can bring up their families, some people will tell me that it is child labor and you should not do it. But who else will give them food? That question is not discussed. So we should actively debate our own definition of ethical and live by that. But it's a very, very important point and we should keep it in mind all the time.
Professor, while interacting with family-owned businesses, there has been one key concern from their end is that they are always inhibitive of discussing and sharing the information with other people. So in order to, if I have an opportunity, I want to discuss, but I need to understand the business more. They have a different kind of perception that why I'm getting involved. So how to that is some constraint which is valid as well, because there are people who mismanage the information which is shared by them and grab the information and use it for other ultra motives. So how does that part plays in, because most of the
क्या हुआ था 25 साल पहले जब मैं धंधा कर रहा था, मैं एक आदमी के पास में 10 रुपये में I was buying the material and selling it to another person at 40 rupees. Now, the person to whom I was selling at 40 did not know from where I was buying. So this information itself was my biggest asset. That I knew where to get at 10 and I knew where to sell at 40. Now if I share it with you, you will also start doing it, but you will start selling at 35 and after some time it will come down. So the way family businesses have grown, protecting information was one of the very important success factor. Now the paradigm has shifted. Now information is available all across. Now I can buy at 10 and sell at 40. The person who is buying at 40 knows fully well that it is available at 10. Still he wants from me at 40 because I am providing certain value. I am providing certain service. Where we come from, protecting information was an absolute must. Where we are into it, sharing some of the information is good, not all. Even today, for Coke, keeping secret of their formula is a must. We need to be open, but we cannot become idiots. We cannot be taken for a ride. Of course, we have certain knowledge which we have to protect. So we have to learn both. How much to give out and how much to retain. This is the need of the issue. What else?
Yeah, there's a question.
Yes.
In family businesses, there are multiple owners with different age groups, different objectives, different mindsets. So someone may be content, someone may be pro-growth. So how to converge the thinking of all of them to an acceptable point?
Great. I was with another business family yesterday, and they are again from Rajasthan, and they are 4 brothers. And the eldest brother was telling me, 1986, my father died. Then I am eldest in the family. I decided to become youngest. मैं सबसे बड़ा हूँ, मैं सबसे छोटा बन गया. What does it mean? The mean was that my single objective is to keep the family together and to accommodate everyone and to say that how do we grow up. तो छोटा भाई बोल रहा है ये धंधा करना चाहिए. मुझे मालूम है कि ये डील में लॉस होगा, बट फिर भी मैं बोलता हूँ चलो करते हैं, because losing money is one thing, losing brother is another thing. We need to put an energy to keep our whole family together. If there are different views, we should have forums in which we can express the views and somewhere through dialogue develop this mindset of accepting other views as well. As family businesses, as we grow, we have to learn this aspect. He was telling me, अगर हम 4 भाई साथ में हैं तो एक मुट्ठी बनती है. मुट्ठी बनती है तो we can punch anybody. But if I am my one finger alone, I cannot do much. This realization is very, very important. I am 50-year-old, but in my childhood, one of the learning that we had was family first, myself second. कुछ कम खाना है तो फैमिली में बांट के खाएंगे, मैं ज़्यादा लूँगा ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. ऐसा मुझे बचपन से सिखाया गया है, जो हमारे हर परिवार में सिखाते हैं. What do I get from family is second. What do I contribute to family is first. And we should go on building this thing very strongly. I'll tell you, this is one of the biggest handicap of Western education. Western education promotes individualism as more important than family. So they will talk about, I do more work, so I must get more money. Our family says everybody will contribute according to their ability and everybody will get according to their need. This is an extremely rich value, and we will have to learn to develop a dialogue instead of dismissing one person or another person. It's always good to take the whole family together. Now this is here our another student was saying. सर, हम दुनिया को समझा सकते हैं, बैंक से लोन लेना है बैंक वाले को समझा सकते हैं, कस्टमर को माल बेचना है कस्टमर को समझा सकते हैं, किसी पार्टी से जॉइंट वेंचर करना है उनको समझा सकते हैं, खाली हमारे घर वाले को नहीं समझा सकेंगे क्या? इज नॉट ट्रू. घर वाले all are business people. They are very shrewd, and thank God that we have family members who are thinking differently. If we develop a dialogue, we develop a step-by-step process and keep family discussions together, keeping family together is one of our biggest strength. We may lose something, some toys will break, some decisions can go wrong, some people may have more ability, some people may have less ability, but all people need to play a role, and that is our big strength. Maybe so far we have not focused our attention on it, but we will start working on it. How to promote communication within family, understand each other's strength, again leverage on strength, and don't worry about the weakness. This is a skill which we will need to develop. The families together is far more capable than one capable individual just coming out. If we have to, we have to. There is nothing that we can do. But keeping together will be important. And I think inculcation of family more important than me should be there right all across. Children, women, young, old, everywhere. What do I take from family is less important. What do I give to family is more important. Today, if I am going abroad for education, is not because of my own capacity. We as a family, my father and grandfather and great Yes. So, when the family, what do I get from family is less important. Sorry, I was telling you that if I am going abroad for education, is because of the effort of my grandfather and my father and their struggle and their thing, and now it is my turn to contribute to the family name. So the life should be about contributing and not about getting my private plane and my private yacht and my private villa, which is all the Western thinking is all about. Personally, I am with deep conviction. We all have to learn a lot from the West. But as far as family matters are concerned, West has to learn from us. Don't borrow the family values from the West. They are bankrupt. Our roots are very strong, and we should go back and value our roots. The moment it is there, one of us becomes positive, in the whole family, that person becomes a catalyst of bringing the family dynamics together. Incidentally, I was just telling my colleague that we are on video conference and 4 times it has broken down. What kind of lousy infrastructure we have? Now, one thing is to see 4 times it broke down. Another thing is to see that because of video conference, that even despite breaking down, we are able to communicate. Focus on problems or focus on opportunity. This is how the things are. Whatever we have discussed so far is this: tremendous opportunities. Problems are there, part of life. Don't ignore problems. Let's take care, but some other way. We focus on strategic thing. we leverage on our strength. We cannot do it alone, and we cannot do it overnight. We are working together with the idea that new things keep coming to us, and after some time we become a new thinker all the way. This is what is our journey, and that is where this kind of program of working together over 12 months become very useful. We start with, as we had discussed, a kind of mindset where we have a doubt, and then we end up with a mindset where we have already implemented many changes in our way of working. Once we have done that, that's what we are through. Family values are of tremendous importance. Our families, each one of us, our families have very deep roots. All that we need to do is to see the strength of these roots, and we take it forward. That will be our big contribution to our family as well as to our society. My final one thing is that, when we are doing something for beyond us, that is, one thing is that I work for getting my private job. Another thing is I work for my family. We work for the society. Some joy comes and tremendous energy comes on its own. And this is a kind of internal chemistry that takes place. When our thinking becomes outward, new energy comes internally. And this is one, I would say, experiential thing that I am talking about, that brings a very different change in perspective. So any other questions, anything we would like to discuss, or yes, please.
Should we work for our family? Should the family should work for us also?
I have not followed your question well.
Should the other family members should work for the betterment of the family?
Yes, certainly. But the question is, who starts? If I expect that they start, then I'll do something is one thing. Another thing, I start and they start little. Now the question is very simple. ताली एक हाथ से तो नहीं बजने वाली है. Only on one side I cannot go on doing all along. But somewhere deep inside me, and for sure inside you, we have a conviction that our people are good. After all, अपने घर वाले. ठीक है ना, थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर हो गया. एक बार अपना दिमाग ऐसे चालू हो जाता है ना, thought produce and attract action. If I think that you are going to be, you are not, I would say, you are going to disagree with me only, then somehow you will also disagree. On the other hand, एक बार मेरा पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग चालू होते हैं, मेरे पॉजिटिव वाइब्रेशंस चालू होते हैं, मेरे पॉजिटिव इंटरेक्शन चालू होती हैं, मैं 10 बार चीज को माफ कर देता हूं, धीरे सामने भी बदलाव आ सकता है. फिर भी नहीं आए, then is another matter. But it's worthwhile trying. In our life, one thing that we will be most happy if we could make our family happy. Worthwhile trying.
I have one question.
Yes.
I think I also go through this, when I was a student myself in US.
Yeah.
Family business or going into a professional life, since you have gained experience. So how do you decide the worth of both of these? And since there are two of my cousins who are under study in US and Europe, so might be essential to have an answer. So I mean, what's your experience? Because personally, I'm involved in a family business, and for me, it's very difficult to find out whether going into a professional life is best. Because something in the family business is that when you go out, people are just saying, "यार, अपने बाप के काम पे बैठ गया, इसने क्या accomplish किया, ये किया, वो किया." So what? I mean, I know maybe it might not be related with the topic, but how do you decide on this, and what are your views on this thought process?
We were in one conference. One person who had studied and worked in US came at the conference. He said, I was working with IBM and my salary was $100,000. 3 years ago, I gave up my job and joined in my family business. And today I am asking myself, what have I got? And that was a time when Chanderia, which is one of the business families stationed in London with offices in 56 countries, he shared his thinking. He says, in our family, we are taught to create IBMs and not to work for IBMs. So I would ask myself a question. In these 3 years, what have I done to create IBM out of my business? This is one mindset. Second thing is, हमको तो कोई भी बोल देते हैं बाप के धंधे पे बैठ गया. जो आदमी IBM में नौकरी कर रहा है वो किसके धंधे पे बैठा है? जो आदमी माइक्रोसॉफ्ट में नौकरी कर रहा है वो भी तो बिल गेट्स के धंधे पे बैठा है. इन फैक्ट इट इज अदर वे राउंड. जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक में आप काम करते हो, आपके पास में विजिटिंग कार्ड है, सो एंड सो जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक. कोई भी कंपनी में आपको एंट्री मिल जाती है. आपको लगता है देखो मैं कितना पावरफुल हो गया, कार्ड पे से जनरल इलेक्ट्रिक निकल गया, आपको कोई अंदर भी नहीं आने देता है. इन फैक्ट इन कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ वी आर एंजॉइंग और वी आर क्लेमिंग ओनली ऑन बोरोड पावर. The day you are out from the company, you are nobody. As far as business family is concerned, you are creating something. Maybe in IBM I had Mercedes to drive, here I may drive a Suzuki, but it is my earned Suzuki. That's one. Second thing is, business family, to be born in a business family is a blessing. You can learn right from childhood about the challenges that we face. You see, for business families, all the problems are pertinent. If you were a multinational, you say Pakistan, this many problems, we'll close and go to some other country. But in family businesses, we can't. We go on facing. Our families have gone through ups and downs. We have witnessed that. And our personality grows to develop that. Now, whatever we are, all said and done, IBM was a small business one time. General Electric was small business one time. Some people took it forward. Is it not my job to take my family business global? And then my family business gives me an opportunity. So, do I take my family business